You're a monster.
I can swallow a bottle of wall in her. Feel like Godzilla. Better hit the deck like the cartilla. My whole squad's in here walking around the party. A cross between a zombie apocalypse and
Hello and welcome to episode number 8 of WITM Season 11. And it is a huge one. It is the Go Home Monday Night Raw prior to one of the biggest events on the WWE calendar all year, SummerSlam, just 6 days away in the Universe calendar. Everybody's jockeying for a position, hoping to punch their ticket to SummerSlam. And we have 3 huge WITM matches for you on this card. We kick things off with the World Tag Team Champions, the Bank Robbers, looking to establish more momentum as champions. They will face a first-time opponent in the team of All Ego, Ethan Page, and the Bulgarian Brute, Rusev. And then we will see DJ Rage, the current number 1 contender to the World Heavyweight title, held by Roman Reigns, the same man who defeated him for that same title in episode 1 at Night of Champions. He'll be taking on the Intercontinental Champion, Penta, in non-title action. The same man who will face his cousin, Austin Rage, with that title on the line at SummerSlam. DJ Rage in a must-win mode. If he wins, he will likely take on Roman Reigns for the world title at SummerSlam. And then a man who has been overlooked so far, at least in his own eyes, in Season 11 and Season 10, is the leader of the Raw Falcon Claws, the Chosen Warrior, Corey. He will take on a mystery opponent tonight in the main event. With that said, we head to the ring where Corey is on the microphone to kick off the show, microphone in hand. Let's listen here what he has to say and how that involves tonight's main event. Okay, the leader of the Raw Falcon Claws, Corey, is in the ring, microphone in hand. Let's listen here what he has to say. Well, a new year, a new run, and so far, it's been the same old story as before. Us Raw Falcon Claws get fed to the Rage family, a group that would not even exist in the WWE were it not for me. And then the next week, I have to practically beg Adam Pearce for Tiger to get a spot in the gauntlet match for number 1 contendership to the Intercontinental title. And who won? Of course, one of TKO's favorite sons, Austin Rage of the Rage family. And then this week, the Go Home Raw before one of the biggest events of the year, SummerSlam, we're not booked. We're told creative has nothing for us. We're told to just sit back and eat catering. No, this isn't happening again. I said it 3 weeks ago and I will say it again. We're not asking for opportunities anymore. We're taking them. So with that said, OTC 1, Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, the World Heavyweight Champion. I know you're here tonight, and I know you don't have an official opponent for SummerSlam yet. And everyone likes to conveniently forget that right at the beginning of your historic 3-year reign as world champion, during my worst run of form in my entire career, when I couldn't buy a win to save my life, I made you tap out to the Silver Cross on SmackDown. Not once, but twice. So I know that I'm the last person you want to see across the ring from you this Sunday night at SummerSlam Night 2 with your world title on the line. So come on, Roman, prove me wrong. Come down to this ring and accept my challenge for the World Heavyweight title at SummerSlam. Alright, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, the World Heavyweight Champion, has made his way to the ring. What will he say in response to Corey's challenge? And just another note, this part of the promo was also mainly written by ChatGPT. I feel like it gives more authenticity to the promos of non-WITM members. So let me know in the comments, or if you have me on social media somewhere else, what you think of the ChatGPT written promos. Anyway, here is how Roman responds. You done? You know, for 6 years, I listened to people tell me, Corey's next. Corey's finally going to do it. Corey's going to be world champion again. And every single time, you choked. And that's not an opinion, that's history. You may have won this championship 3 different times, but every single time, you gave it right back. You know why? Because holding this, it takes more than passion. It takes more than heart. It takes more than having a sad story. It takes a tribal chief. And you want to remind everybody that you made me tap out 6 years ago? Yeah, I remember. And I also remember what happened after that. I became the greatest world champion this company has ever seen. And you became yesterday's news. And now you stand out here talking about Adam Pearce. You stand out here talking about catering. You stand out here blaming the Rage family. You blame creative. You blame everybody except the man standing in your own boots. So you want to know why DJ Rage gets the opportunities? It's because he earns them. You want to know why Seth Rollins gets the opportunities? Because he earns them. You want to know why Obafemi gets the opportunities? Because he walks in here and he makes people believe. And you walk out here every week begging people to remember 2020. So now, you want to skip the line? You want to jump past every man in that locker room and headline SummerSlam against the Tribal Chief? Nah, that's not how this works. SummerSlam is for the biggest match, the biggest attraction, the biggest money. And right now, that ain't you. DJ Rage? Maybe. Seth Rollins? Absolutely. Obafemi? I'd welcome that fight. But you're a tune-up match. You're who I face before I face somebody else important. But you did say one thing that I do respect. You said you weren't asking anymore. You were taking. I like that. So here's what the Tribal Chief is going to give you. Not SummerSlam, not the World Championship, because you haven't earned either one. But tonight, the main event. You, me, non-title. You beat me, and maybe, I'll start saying your name like you belong in the same sentence as this championship. But when I beat you, and I will, you're going to look the whole world in the eyes and admit you were never overlooked. You were never held back. You were never robbed. You just weren't good enough to take this. And then, defeated, you'll look me in the eyes next, and you will acknowledge me. Okay, and that sets the stage for tonight's main event. Corey, who currently sits at the bottom of the World Heavyweight title rankings, would need a win tonight and a miracle to even be considered for a World Heavyweight title match at SummerSlam. But he will get a massive opportunity to take on Roman Reigns, the World Heavyweight Champion, 6 nights before SummerSlam, or rather 5 nights before SummerSlam Night 1, in the main event of Monday Night Raw. Will Corey be able to pull off a massive upset, or will Roman Reigns gain more momentum as World Champion heading into SummerSlam, where his opponent is yet to be determined, and it could be WITM's DJ Rage. But before we get to that, we turn our attention to our first of 3 WITM matches on this go-home Raw, as Austin Rage and Dalton Roush, the World Tag Team Champions, 2/3 of the Bank Robbers 2.0, will take on a fresh opponent in the form of All Ego Ethan Page and the Bulgarian Brute Rusev. Will they build more momentum as champions as we head into SummerSlam? Or will Ethan Page and Rusev score a massive non-title victory as they look to establish themselves as a dominant force in Raw's tag team division? Let's find out and get our first of 3 WITM matches underway.
Kill him with a smile. The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. All the way to the ring at a combined weight of 529 pounds. The team of Ethan Page
and their opponents, at a combined weight of 510 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, the Bruce Dalton Rush and Austin Rage, the Family.
And there's the bell. This non-title matchup is underway. Ethan Page and Rusev get things started off for Ethan Page, wow, I cannot speak today. Ethan Page gets things started off for a team of him and Rusev, and Austin Rage got things started for the Bank Robbers. However, Dalton Roush already tagged in early in this matchup to take on Ethan Page. Austin Rage, just 5 or 6 days out from the biggest match of his career. He won the 8-man gauntlet last week. He will take on Penta for the Intercontinental title on one of the biggest stages of the year at SummerSlam. But for now, he must keep his attention focused on building more momentum as a World Tag Team Champion. Is undetermined yet whether those titles will be defended at SummerSlam. Austin Rage may be part of 2 title matches at SummerSlam, but for now, he cannot look past Ethan Page and Rusev, looking to prove themselves as a recently established tag team of 2 singles stars, and perhaps earn themselves a future title opportunity themselves, as in comes Rusev to try to match the power of Dalton Roush, who was successful in singles action last week against a very tough opponent, Jacob Fatu. Dalton with a series of strikes now, showing off that power, planting Rusev into the canvas. And now Rusev sent to the Bank Robbers corner. In comes Austin Rage. That's going to be an axe handle to the arm of Rusev. Ethan Page, already accomplished as a tag team wrestler outside of the WWE, one half of the North in TNA, with current AEW star Josh Alexander. Rusev, more known as a singles star. He also comes from AEW, looking to establish himself in the tag team division now alongside the experienced tag team wrestler Ethan Page. And can they knock off the World Tag Team Champions here tonight, or will it be the Bank Robbers establishing more momentum? Ethan Page, now the legal man for the opposition, and he's sent to his own corner. Rage using that corner to execute some offense on Ethan Page, who's now invulnerable, seated in the corner. Series of stomps to the gut. Now Page dangling over the bottom rope, and that's going to allow Rage to execute a leg drop onto the dangling head of Ethan Page. Now across body, he goes for cover. And gets about a 1.5 count before Page powers out. Page sitting to the Bank Robbers corner, and in comes Dalton Roush. And an axe handle by Dalton. Dalton with a massive power bomb, utilizing that power. I saw him outpower Jacob Fatu last week. Page into the Bank Robbers corner, but able to get out with an elbow. Reversal by Dalton. And they collide. Now Page overpowering Dalton into one of the empty corners. Dalton able to get out with a punch. They lock up. Dalton, I believe, is going for a signature, but that's going to be reversed by Ethan Page, who will earn a signature of his own. Rusev now comes in with Page already at risk of injury to his chest. And they will toss Dalton center ring. Rusev forces Dalton up, goes for the massive Machka kick, but Dalton able to reverse the signature. Now in comes Austin Rage. And an axe handle to the arm. And Rage showing up some power of his own. Set out power bomb. Great position. Center ring. And Rusev powers out at 1.5. Now Rusev forced back to his feet. Irish whip into the bank robber's corner. Rage biding his time, deciding what he wants to do here. Stomping Rusev down to a very vulnerable position, seated in the corner. Rusev able to get out with a kick. Now clothesline by Rusev. Stomp to the gut. Rusev with a suplex. Rage sent into the opposition's corner where Page lands a hit, and now that massive kick will land. Rage gets behind Rusev and hits a DDT. Now Rusev forced up. They lock up. Irish whip into the bank robber's corner. Rage biding his time here before a leg kick. Now Rage doing a tiny bit of taunting and before sending Rusev chest first into the corner, then turns him around, chest back into the corner. Rage is repeatedly tossing Rusev into that corner before hitting an elbow splash. Now it's stomped to the gut. Rusev's head dangles over the low rope as Rage hits a leg drop. Now Rusev forced up. Yet again into that corner. And again seated in the corner. Series of strikes by Rage, and again he hit that leg drop of Rusev's head dangling over the bottom rope. It is all Austin Rage and Bank Robbers 2.0 at this moment. And now Dalton Roush tagged in. And he's going to be tossed right into Rusev head first. And Rusev, after taking a brutal assault, is going to try to head to the ropes here and take a moment to breathe, but he'll be cross-lined, or rather clotheslined, right to the outside. And now Dalton Roush turns attention to the non-legal man, Ethan Page, with the beats of the Bodhrán, several strikes to the chest of Ethan Page, shades of WWE alumni Sheamus, but Dalton's focus attention on Ethan Page could cost him, as that allowed Rusev to get on the attack with that massive kick. Dalton sent to his own corner. Gets out with a strike. Ethan Page returns to play for Rusev and Page, and Rusev gets out of the hole with a series of strikes, and another. Rusev now. Massive scoop slam, cover center ring, and only a 1 count. And there is that massive Machka kick again. Rusev trying to put Dalton in position for the accolade, and it's locked in, but broken almost immediately. Dalton reverses and sends Rusev into his own corner. And now an elbow to the neck and shoulder area. Rusev forced up. Irish whip into the bank robber's corner. Reversal by Rusev. Irish whip into Rusev and Page's corner. Rusev sent chest first into his own corner. Dalton sending Rusev headfirst into the barricade, busting him open. Now Rusev sent to the bank robber's corner yet again. Austin Rage tagged in. Rusev stunned, and they hit the double toss to the center of the ring. Now Rage going springboard. But rather to the outside where Rusev is trying to recover. He knocks down Page from his perch on the apron, heads back into the ring. Austin may be content to go for a countout victory here. In comes Dalton Roush. Rusev starting to get to his feet. Page still stunned on the outside. Dalton celebrates, not realizing that Rusev is behind him. But Dalton able to come back to his senses in time. He hits a signature and a cover to put away Rusev and Page and gain momentum as World Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, the Dalton Roush and Austin Rage, the family.
Okay, and a good start to the night for the Rage family when it comes to the Bank Robbers 2.0, defeating Ethan Page and Rusev. But how will their leader do in a must-win match with two huge implications? The first being Penta is the man that Austin Rage, who you just saw in action, will take on at SummerSlam with Penta's Intercontinental Championship on the line. And DJ Rage heads into the go-home Monday Night Raw prior to SummerSlam as the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship held by Roman Reigns, who we will see in action in the main event. If DJ Rage wins here, it is more than likely that DJ Rage will get a rematch at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight title. If Penta wins, then that opens up a huge opportunity for someone like LA Knight, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, or perhaps even Corey, should he win tonight, to get that title opportunity against Roman Reigns instead. Will DJ Rage be able to make his road to SummerSlam a whole lot easier with a win here, as well as soften up Penta for his cousin at SummerSlam? Or will Penta establish more momentum as Intercontinental Champion and make the World Heavyweight title picture a whole lot more complicated? Let's find out and get this title or non-title match underway.
Tick-tock, the clock stops for no man. Your wristwatch does not want to hold
The following
hands.
contest is
fight
scheduled
on
for
with no
one
chance, so
fall.
keep
Making his
up,
way to the
give it
ring,
program.
representing
Clock
the
into job you
family,
hate
from
and work 8
Grand
hours
Rapids,
a day
Michigan,
until you
weighing
break.
in
And when you
at
finish, say thank you for
228
minimum wage,
pounds.
cause that's all they can afford. If the millions made, it's really insane that people struggle every day. Instead of doing something different, all they do is complain. Like, can you see what's going on? It's right in front of your face. They might give you a couple dollars, but you still just slaves. Yeah, maybe you should open your eyes, cause they program the phones when the TV died. Believe me, guys, yeah, I ain't trying to lead you astray. I used to be blind, but then I moved the screen for my face. It's evil as Satan. Every day just bowing your faces to a man-made box full of program stations. Now you got so many following your TikTok pages, just watching the fake world while the real one fade. I gotta say something, cause your Facebook friends don't care about you in real life. They might say you fan, but when you ain't there, they can talk trash for the
Okay, and first of all, I do apologize. I did not realize I was muted for the entirety of that entire previous match, but what an interesting one it was. Penta knocking off DJ Rage and throwing a massive wrench into the world title picture. That now means that DJ Rage, who came into this go-home Raw, the number one contender to the World Heavyweight title, will not get a rematch against Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight title, and that opens things that opens things massively for the world title picture. That means that the rest of the division has an opportunity here, and that includes Corey, who currently sits at the bottom of the division. But if he can knock off Roman Reigns tonight and earn at least 2 spots in the rankings that only consist of 7 world title contenders, Corey may move from the bottom to the top and earn a title opportunity at SummerSlam. Can he do that and knock off the Tribal Chief without the title on the line, or will Roman Reigns gain more momentum as World Heavyweight Champion and make things even more confusing in the world title picture? Let's find out as Corey returns to singles action for the first time in Season 11, and it is a massive, massive one, the main event against the Tribal Chief, the World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns, non-title.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Erie, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 340 pounds, Corey!
And there's the bell. This non-title match is underway, but with massive implications to the World Heavyweight title picture. Now that we know DJ Rage lost to Penta, it is highly, highly unlikely he will be the man taking on Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, which means things are wide open for the rest of the division. If Corey wins here, he may just be that man who will take on Roman Reigns at SummerSlam and finally get an opportunity to do what he hasn't in 6 years, be the World Heavyweight Champion. But it will be no easy task. Roman Reigns is a powerhouse. He is the tribal chief and the best modern champion in WWE for a reason. But as Corey mentioned in his opening promo, he knows what it takes to defeat Roman Reigns. He's done it before. He's made Roman tap out to the Silver Cross twice. If he can do it here tonight, he may just punch his ticket to SummerSlam for arguably the biggest match of his career. But Roman in control right now, choking the life out of Corey. He already knocked off one WITM star in DJ Rage earlier this season to claim that World Heavyweight title. And now he can complicate the title picture massively by knocking off another in Corey right here. Corey with a reversal and a series of elbows to the head of Roman. Darth and Sword at ringside to support Corey. Fellow Raw Falcon Claws, Jimmy Uso and Jacob Fatu of the Bloodline in the corner of the Tribal Chief, supporting him. Corey locking in a variation of the Silver Cross, that same move that put Roman Reigns away twice years ago. It is not the finisher version, but it is locked in well and will do some damage. A kendo stick brought into play by Sword. This is not a non-title match, so if Corey got caught using it, he would be disqualified and his world title hopes would come to an end here tonight. Elbow strike by Corey. Roman back to his feet. Corey up on the shoulders of Roman, planted into the canvas right in front of the Raw Falcon Claws. Now Roman pounds his fist on the ground, which means a Superman punch is on the way, but Corey able to evade. Corey showing us some power here, planting Roman into the canvas. Cover, and gets a 1.5 count. Corey showing off some power we have not seen from him before. He knows that this is basically SummerSlam for him already. This is a huge matchup, and he hits the Silver Rondo. Cover. Corey defeats the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, quickly. And will that be enough to secure a world title match at SummerSlam?
Here is your winner, Corey!
Okay, and here is your results and rankings update for this edition of Monday Night Raw with major implications for SummerSlam. Javon Evans defeated Jimmy Uso in the opening match. Seth Rollins, one of the men who is in contention for the world title match at SummerSlam, defeated Jey Uso, another man looking to earn a world title opportunity. Two other men looking to earn a world title opportunity are LA Knight and Obafemi, and LA Knight improved his chances by defeating Obafemi. In our first of 3 WITM matches, the Bank Robbers 2.0 defeated Ethan Page and Rusev. Natty retained the Women's Intercontinental title by defeating Bayley. Penta spoiled the world title hopes of DJ Rage by defeating him in non-title action. And in the main event, Corey defeated Roman Reigns in impressive fashion. All it took was one Silver Rondo finish, her signature move, to defeat the Tribal Chief. But is that too little too late for Corey, who came into the night at the bottom of the World Title Division. Let's find out and get into results and rankings update. The Women's Intercontinental Champion is Natty, number 1 contender Lyra Valkyria, number 2 Bailey, number 3 Sol Rucka, number 4 Ivy Nile, and number 5 Maxine Dupree. The Women's Tag Team Champions are Scream Mode, number 1 contender Rage K47, and number 2 The Judgment Day. The Women's World Champion is Liv Morgan, number 1 contender Io Sky, number 2 Becky Lynch, and number 3 Asuka. The World Tag Team Champions are Dalton Roush and Austin Rage of the Rage family and Bank Robbers 2.0, number 1 contenders. The War Raiders, number 2, The Vision, number 3, The Street Profits, number 4, The Creed Brothers, number 5, The LWO, number 6, American Made, or rather, The Alpha Academy, number 7, The Raw Falcon Claws, number 8, Ethan Page and Rusev. The Intercontinental Champion is Penta. His opponent at SummerSlam will be Austin Rage, who won the 8-man gauntlet last week to earn the opportunity. Following that match, the contenders are as follows. Number 1 contender JD McDonough, number 2 Dirty Dominic Mysterio, number 3 Chad Gable, number 4 El Grande Americano, number 5 Javon Evans, number 6 Jacob Fatu, number 7 Joe Hendry, number 8 Rey Mysterio, number 9 Grayson Waller, number 10 Jimmy Uso, and number 11 Dragon Lee. The World Heavyweight Champion is Roman Reigns, number 1 contender, and his opponent at SummerSlam, Seth Rollins, the same man he'll face in real life tomorrow night for that world title, Corey. Unfortunately, despite the impressive victory, as much as I would like to, I cannot force my own CAW into a title match if he is not number 1 contender, Corey. Too little, too late, and it will not be a WITM member facing Roman. It will be Seth Rollins. Number 2, DJ Rage. Number 3, Jey Uso. Number 4, LA Knight. Number 5, Corey. Number 6, Obafemi. And number 7, here Tiger is your Brown. results and rankings update for this edition. Now advance to NXT and the opening match. Where Sean we will Spears likely not have will retained WITM his match. North I'll American be title back by in a moment defeating with the Lexis results King. and rankings update. Tavion Heist defeated Mason Rook. Dark State defeated Hank and Tank. And in the main event, Tony D'Angelo retained his NXT championship by defeating Miles Bourne. Now, as effective rankings on NXT. The Women's North American Champion is Saraya, number 1 contender Jada Parker, number 2 Kelly Armstrong, number 3 Lizzie Rain, number 4 Micah Lockwood, number 5 Ariana Grace, number 6 Nikita Lyons, number 7 Layla Diggs. The Women's Champion is Lola Vice, number 1 contender Taya Hale, number 2 Izzy Dame, number 3 Tatum Paxley, and number 4 Kalani Jordan. The Women's Tag Team Champions are Screamo, number contenders from NXT Kendall Gray and Rin Sinclair. The NXT Tag Team Champions are Dark State, number contenders Dorian Van Dukes and Sean Legacy. Number 2, Noam Dar and Romeo Moreno. Number 3, Hank and Tank. Number 4, Swipe Right. Number 5, OTM. The North American Champion is Sean Spears, number contender Jasper Troy. Number 2, Charlie Dempsey. Number 3, Josh Briggs. Number 4, Kale Dixon. Number 5, Keanu Carver. Number 6, Nico Vance. Number 7, Saquon Sugars. Number 8, Shiloh Hill. Number 9, Nexus King. Number 10, Tate Wilder. Number 11, Tristan Angels. The NXT Champion is Tony D'Angelo. Number 1, Tavion Heights. Number 2, Naraku. Number 3, Miles Bourne. Number 4, Jackson Drake. Number 5, Cam Hendricks. Number 6, Mason Rook. So now we advance to the Go Home SmackDown prior to SummerSlam with more SummerSlam implications on the line. Will we see a WITM match on that Go Home SmackDown? We'll find out in just a moment. And the answer is yes. It's for the 4th time already in WITM Season 11. It is going to be Wepa Up, Damian Priest and R-Truth taking on Alec Winterborn and E-Rock of the SmackDown Falcon Claws. However, this one, unlike the last 2 matches, will be for the WWE Tag Team titles as Alec and E-Rock make their first defense of those Tag Team titles since defeating Wepa Up for them at Night of Champions. And that'll be our only match on the card, but it will be a huge one as we have our final show prior to SummerSlam. If you enjoyed episode 8, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of WITM Season 11. Until episode number 9, our go-home show prior to SummerSlam for SmackDown, where Alec and E-Rock make their first defense of the WWE Tag Team titles against rivals Wepa Up. This is Corey with WITM CAW Wrestling, signing off.